Well, hello there. Carol Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And I'm so excited as we are continuing with our Fall into Success Business Spotlight series. Our special guest today that I am highlighting is actually part of our success team here at beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. And oh my gosh, I have been following his journey since January of 2021. So I cannot wait to hear more from this very special guest. So there is a better way to a better you. If you are anything like me and Neal, you have tried it all and failed too along the way. Neal has discovered a better way to lose the excess weight, gain more energy, vitality, and overall health through a super easy system that works. Since January of 2021, Neal has been on a health and weight loss journey, having lost over 70 pounds. He now coaches his clients to achieve personal transformation, overall health benefits through a healthy living lifestyle change, and the bonus is the weight loss. So please help me welcome independent health coach Neal Pyszka. Hello, Neal.
Well, hello, Carol. Thank you for inviting me and being part of this Fall into Success.
I absolutely love it. We've been having a lot of fun with our Fall into Success Business Spotlight series. My goal is to highlight our members here, part of our network and our success team members, and then to have them all share their success secrets or success tips. And oh my gosh, as I mentioned, I have been following your journey since January. And we're really coming up to the end of the year, right? And you haven't fallen off the bandwagon, so to say. And you've achieved just huge success with a change in lifestyle, your habits, your overall general health. And as I mentioned, the bonus is the weight loss. So tell us about how you started on this independent health coaching journey that you're on, and inspire us, because I know we're not alone in this arena, and others are out there, especially as we're nearing the holiday season, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. So yeah, like you said, it started back in January. Actually, I had a doctor's physical, and we go there and like, okay, what do you got to say now? I was like, I know you're gonna tell me I'm fat, but okay, let's just move on. But when I actually got the results, everything was really bad. I mean, they were just going towards like being more diabetic, and I already had high blood pressure, so it was just getting worse. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I got to do something, because I'm just like, what, if it gets any worse, I'm like, I don't want to be, the type that has to be on insulin and pills and all that. So I said, no, I can't, I don't want to do that. So, and the doctor has suggested some different programs and some pills and stuff like that. And I said, no, I'm not, you're not going to pop a pill me with all these pills. So I said, give me a chance. So he said, I'll give you 6 months. I said, okay. So I was introduced to a health coach from someone, from a colleague of mine. And so she's not local. She's actually out of North Carolina. And so I talked to her, and she did an assessment, and she's like, are you ready to do this? And I'm like, I guess. It's like, I'm ready to take the plunge, I guess,
Right.
So I did. And they give you a lot of information on learning how to really just change the way you eat. And the way the program works, you do purchase some of their food, like there's bars, there's shakes, but they also talk about drinking, plenty of water, reducing sugar and carbs, and being more healthy overall. But it doesn't, if you're, my whole example is, if you're spending $400 a month in the grocery store and you go on this program, it doesn't mean you're going to be paying in addition. You're really replacing the stuff you pay at the grocery store. And I was like, okay, as long as I'm not spending a lot more money to do this, but I had no idea what I thought. Well, if I lose 10 pounds, I lose 10 pounds. I'm, good.
Right.
But it was just, yeah, it was just week after week, month after month. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get some clothes because these are too big. And I start going through crazy like clothes. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I was very adamant through the program. I mind you, I did have some up and downs. I mean, there were times I'm just like, oh, I want a candy bar. Oh my God, I want this, and it just, so yeah, it was struggling, especially when you get in front of other people and they're just eating like whatever they're eating. And I'm like, oh my God, I could eat that right now. Just
Right.
imagine that food. So it has points, but I was like, no, come on, we can do this. We can do this. And then about 3 months ago, I wasn't never an active person to go in the gym and go work out in front of people. I'm like, oh, I'm not, that's not me. So then I got on this kick with a lot of other people got on the kick with Peloton. And so I had purchased a Peloton bike. And I was like, huh. So, which is very fun. And there's a whole community around that. I mean, you name it, every different profession has their own section of a community in this Peloton community. So really followed certain instructors. I was never an avid person to go like cycling or bicycling or taking, spin classes or anything like that. But then after doing this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love it. I mean, it's just so much fun. The music is upbeat. And so, yeah, so between all of that is really helped me shed the 70 pounds that I'm currently at and counting. So, I mean, you know,
That's awesome. Congratulations. I mean,
thank
that
you.
is a huge, huge accomplishment. And I mean, I know many of our viewers, I'm sure, can relate to this story, right? But to me, it sounds like the key is sticking to the program, right?
Mhm.
You've probably achieved, I don't know, have you achieved your goal for health and wellness, fitness, uh, you know, weight loss or body
Yeah,
mass
yeah, I'm
indexes?
almost there. I would say about a fourth of the way away
Yeah.
from it. So I think, early part of next year, I will achieve it. And they have different stages. So, I mean, once you achieve your weight, then you can get into more like a maintenance living where you're not really working towards a lot of weight loss because you already
Right.
lost the weight. You just need to maintain it. So, yes, there's a lot of information. I mean, even as I'm coaching, my clients, I mean, I'm learning along the way with them. So, because there's just so much information that comes out.
Right. Right. And you
No.
probably have to kind of backstep, or I'm not going to say erase, years of habits, right? And things that you're normally just used to doing or eating and living, a way of living, and have to reprogram yourself, right? I bet you have to
Mhm.
do that. And that
Yeah,
takes time and coaching and accountability and a program. And I think even from my own personal experience, I think it's so easy to, if you don't have that accountability factor or a program, it's so easy just to fall off course and say, okay,
yep.
I'll jump back in it tomorrow. But you only have yourself to be accountable to. So, there are no repercussions except that you're not going to achieve, your goals, right?
Right. And I have done, I mean, this isn't the first weight loss, I mean, I have tried the Weight Watchers, the Nutrisystem. I mean, you name it, I've tried it, and it it doesn't work. For some reason, for me, it just didn't work. I don't know why, but it just um but this really is, you check in every week and you have that coach that is, okay, what did you do this week? What were the challenges? Okay, now what are we going to work on for next week? What's our goals? Are there events coming up where it might be intimidating for you to stay on course? And then we talk about it. Um, so yeah, there are things like that where you've got someone to go to. I'm at my coach. I have her phone number and I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm about to do this. So, did you just get that urge? Like, I need this right now. And I just text her and she replies back and she's like, okay, don't do that, but let's do this. And I was like, okay. So,
Awesome.
yeah, so you have that open communication. So it's not just that weekly call, but if anything like that. So,
Right, right. So tell us a little bit more about the system, because I know it's a very easy
Mhm.
system. And so tell us a little bit about the system, and then I'd love to hear a bit about the clients, or how you're working with your clients.
Yeah, so the system really, like I said, it makes you eat. You start out at 6 times a day, which is like, oh my God, that's
It sounds
a lot
like a
of time.
lot.
Yeah, I know. But you really, and so to start off the beginning of it, you eat 6 times a day. 5 of those are food through their program. So if it's a bar, it's a shake. They even have brownies and cookies that are, I mean, they taste just like brownies and cookies. So I mean, you couldn't. So all those is something that you would have during that time, and then you prepare your own meal. Um, and there's a guy that will show you how much portion. So if it's steak, chicken, fish, I mean, there's a portion, and then it breaks it down to your vegetables and how much you can have of certain types of vegetables. So, so it really breaks it down so you know exactly what you're doing yourself. Um, and then and you do that through the program, and then that's really where I lost a lot of weight. And then there's different stages, and then after that you can go into where you make meals twice a day, and then you eat less of their food. So um, it's just a different program depending on which way you want to go. But like I said, their stuff is not doesn't taste like cardboard or some awful taste. It really does taste great. Um, I've given it to some people that aren't even on the program, and like right now we have these s'more bars, and I said, "Here, just try this." I'm like, "Oh my God, this tastes like a s'more," and I'm like, "Yay!" I like it. It is. Everybody loves it. So, um, so yeah. So like I said, it's just the food is really good. They give you a lot of options, um, and it's nice. It's an easy program to stay on track with because if you're active and busy, you can just grab a bar and go, and you're done for that part.
Right.
Um, so, and the biggest thing that I got was there actually is an app that you can download on your phone that is like a timer. So it will go off. So usually about 2 to 2.5 hours when you start in the morning and until the evening, it will go off and say, okay, now here's the next time for you to eat. Here's the next time for you to eat. And you of
Oh,
course tell it
nice.
yes. Yeah. So it reminds you, and then you're not. And sometimes I will forget that it went off, and it gives you, I think it's like 15 or 20 minutes of reminders. And then at that point, then it tells you that you didn't do it right because you didn't hit the button. So, but yeah, it's a great reminder. So, oh, it's time to do it. Because I've noticed, if I start at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7, by, late evening, I'm going to be done because I only have 6. So,
Right.
but yeah, so that's how it works, and that's the stages. There's, like I said, there's different stages. There's a maintenance level that has several different stages to it as well. So, um, and then working with my clients, I've I've got probably about 4 clients so far, 4 or 5 clients.
Mhm.
Um, but a couple more are family members, but then other ones are just they've seen me around about, and or they've asked somebody else like, hey, how did he, I know he used to be bigger, where'd it go? I mean, and then how did you do this? What'd you do? And so it was more of having a conversation. I start off with like the health assessment, like I was done. um, and sometimes they're like, oh, I'm not ready yet, or get back to me later. But it starts with that health assessment, and I think once people figure out, oh yeah, I need to do something, and
Right.
it's not going to be too expensive, and just think of it as an investment, really, because you're just making yourself better.
Yeah. And you're absolutely right. You are a living, breathing testament. You're absolutely doing something right, Neal. You look
Yeah.
fabulous, and I've seen just a huge difference in you, not only physically, but mentally, energetically, and how you're showing up for others and work. And so I've seen you in action, and I think everyone else has too. And I just want to say congratulations on your success. And I think it's
Oh, thank you.
awesome that you are now sharing, your knowledge and your journey, and how you accomplished your health goals with others by,
Hmm.
guiding them through a system. And I can tell because you're almost a year in. So that says something about longevity, sustainability, because a lot of programs, I mean, and you've described some of them. I know I have been on them, and it's a quick fix, but it doesn't really, it's not sustainable. So
Right.
I love the lifestyle and the lifestyle change, really. So congratulations to you. Do you have 3 tips, success tips, that you would like to share with our audience, our viewers, or whoever's watching this? I think that would be amazing. And then of course, I want to point them to where's the best place for them to connect with you.
Yeah. So I mean, three tips I know that really worked for me. One I already mentioned was the food app, with the clocker. I call it the counter clocker food thing. But yeah, it just controls the time and reminds you basically. And then it has other options that you can track your weight, you can track your measurements. So it's a great option. Another big thing is, not everybody's a big fan of drinking water. And a lot of times it's drinking pop and tea and stuff like that. But yeah, I usually let my clients know, there's so much water you need to drink. And I give them a guide. It's like, here, let's try drinking this many ounces, and then let's move up. Because I know for myself, I would drink, if I want caffeine, I drink a pop or something, or I get iced tea. And I was like, oh, I don't like water. I mean, there's no taste
Right.
to it. It's, it's just plain.
I know.
So
Here's my water.
it's like, oh my God. So, but I have got to a point where I actually have a pitcher of water, and it's my visual, like, okay, I need to get through 2 of these pitchers of water a day. And then, like, okay, I can do this. So usually I break it up just because, I don't want to do it all at one time. But yeah, it just gives you that visual. So
Right.
I do that. And then also just carbs and sugar were a big game changer for me. I never thought, I was like, yeah, carbs, I get it, you reduce carbs. But I never thought about sugar. I was just like, well, there's natural sugar, there's sugar in products. But that was a big, huge game changer. There's a lot of products out there that have no sugar in it, from barbecue sauce, ketchup, salad dressings. I mean, I was amazed at what's out there for those that need to have no sugar or low sugar. And I was just like, oh, and it tastes great. I'm like, so yeah, usually when I go places, I will make sure that if I can find something like that, then I will. So,
Right.
yeah, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a great program, and it really teaches you things that I never knew. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a different way of looking at it. So, okay.
Right, exactly. Well, I love the fact that there are other alternatives out there,
Mhm.
but I think many of us are just not aware of what they are, or not aware of how much sugar or carbs are in, as you mentioned, ketchup, for example, or salad
Mhm.
dressings, and we just order it and order it or buy it from the grocery stores. It's in our, refrigerators and cabinets, and we just are unaware. And then I don't think we realize how they all add up of a
Mhm.
course of a day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it boils down to education, doesn't it?
Hmm.
And
And yeah, it
awareness,
really does.
right? Awareness, education, and just being in the know, and then following an easy process and an easy system with an independent health coach like Neal P.
That's right. Get healthy with
Exactly.
Neal P. That's.
Exactly. I know. I love your business website, gethealthywithnealp.com. And it makes it super, super easy to remember. So Neal, where is the best place for our viewers, our audience, or anyone who is watching this Fall into Success video series? Where's the best place for them to connect with you?
So obviously I am on Facebook, Instagram. Both of those are the both at Get Healthy with Neal P. So they're easy to find. Um, and then I have started a YouTube channel as well. So really just to spotlight my journey, and then obviously my client's journey along the way. And then obviously my website, which will take you to my personal website, where it talks about the program and all that and how to get started. And so, yeah, that's where
Awesome.
you can find me.
And last question, are you taking new clients?
Yes, I am taking new clients. So I will never, my whole thing is, I was very lucky to find a great coach. And so my whole thing with this is not, I really didn't seek out to be a independent health coach, but, it came into my lap and now I am paying it forward and helping those. And by the end of this year, probably 1st of January, I will actually be a certified health coach. So within this program, I'll be certified. So I'm excited about that as well.
Well, congratulations to you, Neal. Thank you so much. You are a living, breathing, walking testament to what you're doing. It's working. And I love the fact that you're paying it forward. So thank you so much, Neal. This has been this has been amazing. 2022 is right around the corner. So think about getting healthy, getting fit, changing some of the bad habits, which we've all have experienced from February or March of 2020. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're already ending 2021. We can enter 2022 on a healthy, happy, better lifestyle note. So thank you so much, Neal, for all that you do. I just want to share with our viewers that all of our programs are at beautifulfacesgoingplaces.com. We are a membership community. We're an online chamber of commerce supporting women in business, small business owners, and entrepreneurs like Neal. We would love to have you come and join our network. We've got loads of programs online and in person. So come and join us. Thank you so much for being a part of our Fall into Success video series. Thank you, Neal.
Thank you.
Bye now.